Remax Metro, what is good? Marcus here with another episode of Metro Mansion Marcus, episode number 35. I hope you've had a great weekend. All of my fellow football fans, what a glorious weekend it was to actually watch some college football as well as the last preseason games for NFL. So that felt really good to finally come around the corner and get to watch some football the weekend. So I hope you all enjoyed your weekend and relax and recharge. I say it every time, and I mean it this time. I promise you, this is going to be super short. Last week, let me go ahead and share my screen here. I dropped a little information for you about a new program from Remax Corporate, Remax HQ called MaaS, which is marketing as a service. Some of you may be familiar with SaaS, that's software as a service, and we all use SaaS every day, whether it be Netflix or Amazon Prime, or there's so many subscription models that you use every single day, which are SaaS products. Now we have a product called MaaS, which means marketing as a service. And this is brought to you by HQ Remax Corporate. I kind of laid out in the post I did last week to give you some details about the program. It's pretty, it lays it out pretty clearly here, but I thought I'd probably jump in and give you a little more details and kind of where to find things. Some people seem to be a little bit confused about where to find things. So I'm going to jump in here and just show you quickly, and I mean quickly, how you can actually leverage this amazing tool. Okay. Let me jump in here like always and get my little presentation started here. So as you know, marketing as a service, maximum impact with a minimum effort. And I do really mean that this time. I've been around the Remax block about 15, going on 16 years. And this is by far the simplest automated type system that Remax is able to put together. We're still kind of in the beta launching of it a little bit. It was launched back on the 13th. It was kind of buggy at that time. So I kind of bit my tongue and didn't want to really push it out to you until we made sure that some of those bugs were cleaned up, and they have been, but there are some things that are coming in phases additionally, and I'll explain that to you as we move forward, okay? So the most important thing I guess to know is that if you haven't already, once you get a new listing, you are going to receive an email. And I know we're getting spam with so many things, and people are, hey, is this spam or is this a real thing? So if you see something that looks like this on the screen here, and it is going to be coming from Remax marketing as a service. So that's where it's going to be coming from. So that's how you know this is legit. All right. So when you see this email, don't ignore it. What you want to do is you want to say, oh, thank you. Thank you for the congratulations on my new listing. Then you're going to go down, there's a little red button here, and that's going to open up a dashboard with your options of what you can do to market that listing. All right. Now, if you don't want to go the route of using the email, you can also jump right into your dashboard over at remax.net. I'm going to give you a live demo here in a second to show you exactly where to find the buttons and where to find everything, so you have the exact map of how to find this information, okay? I'm not going to lead you astray. I'm going to show you exactly what's up. All right, so right down here where the little red arrow is, it says MaaS. You're going to click on that, and it's going to open up the dashboard for this opportunity. All right, let's pop out of there and get into a real-time example here, right? So once you get to Max Center, that's going to be your remax.net email address. And that is actually the domain, remax.net. And then you have this email address that is called, it's either your name, mine's Marcus Martin at remax.net. So that is a email address that's associated with you that you've had since day one with Remax. I would make sure to bookmark it. And it's not an actual email, people. It's actually just a user ID or user login. And that email is then forwarded to your primary email. So sometimes people get that confused still. That is not an email you check. That's usually just your user ID to log into this platform. And I would highly recommend that whatever password do you use to log into this platform, write it down in blood somewhere, put it on the wall, put it, tattoo it on your forearm, write it on a note card, stick it on your dashboard, put it in your notes on your little phone, tell your husband about it. I don't know. Find some way that you don't feel like you don't know where to find this password. It's always the same. I think I've changed mine maybe 2 times in 15 years. It's not that's a whole lot of security that's going on there, but just make sure you know exactly how to log into this platform. Okay, off the soapbox. So once you get in here, you're gonna log right into your dashboard. And then once this opens here, you're gonna go down to where it says all apps, little blue button, all apps. Click on that. Sometimes your dashboard may look a little bit different than mine because I use different things than you use. So don't be confused by that. All you're going to do is navigate down until you see this bad boy right here. All right. MaaS. All right. Kicking some MaaS. All right. So we're going to go in here. I'm going to go ahead and favorite that one so it shows up on top for me. But you click right into the MaaS dashboard. And then once again, your dashboard is going to look a little bit different than mine because I'm an admin. So don't be confused that it's not exactly the same as what you're seeing when you log into yours. But I promise you it'll be very similar. So when you get here, here's what the dashboard is going to look like. Okay. You're going to see, but once again, I'm looking at the admin perspective. So it's going to have your listings, any launch campaigns you've done, any completed campaign, and any sold listings. All right. So it should have your opportunities right here already listed for you to click into. I'm going to jump over here to properties. And then once again, you're going to have your listings are going to be showing up right here because I'm licensed, but I don't have any listings. Obviously, I'm going to jump into Chip Hall's new listing, which you just dropped last Friday. All right. So we're going to jump into this, and this is what you're going to see. You're going to see this dashboard. It's going to have your details. If it's on market, you're the agent. It's going to tell what the starting price is, the information about the property. All right. As you can see, there's no campaigns yet that are set for this. And there's a couple things you can do. You can simply go in and just do like a one-off. So if I wanted to go to just listed and jump in here, and it says order, right? So let me explain to you what this means. So what you get automatically with Remax Corporate is you get a bunch of assets that are free, that are of no cost at all whatsoever. So they're going to be social media graphics, for Facebook, for Instagram, vertical and horizontal orientation. And then eventually what you're also going to get are print opportunities like flyers and postcards. Those are coming down the pipe soon. So if you go into this dashboard and expect to find those now, you're not going to find them because they have not been released yet. But I reached out to corporate last week and it should be coming pretty soon. They've been trying to kind of ease these things in. I'm okay with that because that means less bugs. The more they try them and run beta tests on them, the less headache you're going to have once you get your hands on these. Okay. As you can see here is a graphic. This would be a vertical orientation here. So I would use that for like a story, Facebook story or Instagram story or Instagram reel. And then if I click this little arrow here, this will give me a one-to-one, like the square that I would probably use for Facebook, right? So there is the actual graphic. And all you have to do, if you want to edit this, you simply can. You go into the little edit pin right here and it opens up. You can change the verbiage, or you can even, I'll just do it right now. I'll show it to you while I'm in here, right? So I can come in here and do some editing if I want to. So I can change some of the copy here. So anything over here I can change and it'll be reflected over there. Let's say this was a 3-bedroom or 2.5, not 2. As you can see, boom, as soon as I change it, it will change over here. Uh-oh, did it change? Oh, it's changing right now. May take a second to load, but it should come back here, edited. And I think I jumped out of there by accident, but let me see if it did change it did not change it. That is interesting. I'm not sure why I didn't change. Oh, here it is. It changed on this graphic. It did. All right. I thought I was going crazy there for a second. All right. But I can go back in, and if I want to, because it actually is 2 bedrooms, I'm going to change that back to 2 bedrooms. Boomy, boomy, boom. And then once again, hit save, and that will reflect on the graphic itself. So everything on that side can be changed, as well as your header image. So if you want to change your headshot, you can also change the headshot. Very simply go in and change the headshot. And you just go into edit and you're going to have your little headshot on the right side. You can swap that out. You could also, if you're a team, you can put a team picture in there as well. So be aware that all of your contact information, all of this information, the headshot, your name, your associate email, your association number, as well as your phone number, email address, all that information, anything that it pulls is coming from your remax.net profile. So your Max Center profile, that's where that's coming from. So if you want to change anything here, then you'd have to go back out over to Max Center. You have to go where it says, hello, Marcus, and go to update profile. And this is where you would actually go in and change and update your profile information. All right. So it's all going to be done here. So anything that's pulling for this platform that we're going over right now is going to be changed in here. All right. Let's jump right back in here. And what I wanted to show you is explain some of these tiers to you here. So I'm gonna go back out to properties, and then I'm going to click into this one again. Like I said before, you automatically are going to get the digital asset for your social media post. You're going to post yourself, but you also have the opportunity to spend some money and do some additional marketing. So if I go back to just listed here and I go to continue, now what you're seeing here is I'm on the standard plan here. The standard plan is going to include those assets I showed you a second ago that are free. Plus, when they come, additionally, you're going to have the print options as well. And then the next layer on the standard for $45, you're going to be able to do some meta advertising, which means across Facebook and Instagram ads. So that's going to be different than a post. All right. Is going to be running an ad for you on Instagram and Facebook. It does show up on the Reels and Stories. So it's some additional marketing you can run for your listing. As you can see over here to the left, this is what a standard ad is going to look like for Meta. Okay. And then once again, you also are going to get the social graphic that you can print right away, or you can download right away, that is, and you're going to get the one-to-one graphic. So this would be vertical orientation, which would be great for stories or reels. This would be great for a Facebook post. All right. And then this would be the landing page that this ad is going to land on. The other options you've got over to the right here. So if I go to the plus option, now what we've added to the mix here is you're going to have what are called Google ads. Okay. So it basically puts your ads into all of the major digital Google channels for additional advertising. You can see over here, it's Meta plus Google. Okay. If I go down here towards the bottom, so these are going to be display ads in this option. So if I go to show you what that looks like, I open this up, and this would be a display ad, which shows up pretty much anywhere that Google is going to operate. So that's hundreds of different websites that this can show up on now. Okay, so these are Google display ads, and this is what the ad looks like. And when they click on that ad, it's going to pop up onto this landing page. Okay, so it shows up right onto your Remax landing page. Your information is going to be here. So anyone that requests any information, this is going to go directly to you. All right. So to recap what we've got so far, we've got your print stuff that's going to come additionally. You can't find that just yet. It's coming down the pipe. You've got your social media graphics for vertical orientation plus the one-to-one orientation. Now we've added meta ads, which are going to be showing up on Facebook and Instagram. And then for the additional $50, you can also run Google display ads, which I showed you right here. Okay. And it gives you an idea of how much reach, about 750 people this is going to reach. I can't tell you how many reads that's going to be. That tells you what the reach is going to be. Okay. Once we get some more data back from corporate, we'll have a better idea. I've got kind of an idea what that looks like because I'm running my own Facebook and Google ads. So I have an idea how many leads you get from that, but we'll see once you get some more data back from Remax, what that looks like. All right. And those ads run for 7 days. Now, if you have a listing that you want to jump into the premium for, what you're doing here now is you're including the free assets you had at the very beginning. Then you're also going to be including the Facebook and the Instagram ads. You're also going to be including the Google ads, which were not the search ads, but the display ads. And then with the premium, what you're also getting now are Google search ads. So people that are searching things on Google, they're going to add additional layer, and it looks like this. And what the search ads look like. I'm sure you've seen these as you've been perusing around the intranets on Google. I'm sure you've seen ads like this before. So you're adding that additional layer. So now you've got search ads display ads, meta ads, and your own organic post you can do for that specific listing. And it's all controlled right here in your MaaS dashboard. So this gives a little bit more reach. This 10,000 is what your estimated reach is, and it's going to run for 2 weeks instead of 1 week. So that's what the premium gets you. Now, what you can also do is you're going to receive an email once everything has been posted and once everything is running. They're going to send you an email, which is going to give you a report of how those ads are performing. So not only are you going to get the initial congratulations for your listing, you're going to get the opportunity to run the campaign, which you simply go in and you order your campaign and you pick which option you want. There's a zero cost paid by HQ. Then you got the standard $49, $99, and $199. And this tells you what you're getting with each one of those levels or tiers. Okay. So another benefit is you can go in the reports. I'm not going to have any reports to show you, but once your campaign is running and being optimized, you'll be able to actually add your seller's email to that. And along with you getting an update about how the ads are performing, you can also add your seller to that. So they will get an automated email of what's performing. Now, some of you may just want to have once you receive the email, maybe you want to write a specific message to your seller, or maybe extrapolate that information out and do more of a customized typed email to kind of get them updated with more additional details of things you're doing for the listing. Maybe that's what you want to do for your workflow. But there is an option, and like I said, I can't show you here because I don't have a listing to show you. But once your campaign is running live, you can also add your seller to the mix here, and they can be caught up on what's going on with your efforts of marketing their listing. Okay. And over here in your dashboard, you can also see when you're running your campaigns, your reports, your listings, what you ordered, what your order history is. And you can also update your media, which would be like videos, headshots, etc. Okay. So I want you to keep that short and punchy, like I always try to do about this time. If you have any questions, what I'm also going to do is I'll make sure that I drop into the notes here. I'll drop a little Q&A. I think it's got like 20 questions that people are frequently asking about this product and about this program. But if you have any other questions at all whatsoever, as you know, you can always reach out to me, myself, or reach out to anyone on your amazing staff, and we'll be happy to walk you through this new opportunity. I really do believe this will make it easier for some of you to do some additional marketing, as well as, the ads actually look good. The creative looks good. The fonts are great. It seems like this is a really good first iteration of this program. I can only imagine it's going to get better over time. So please use it. Don't be afraid to use it or intimidated. It's pretty user friendly. So if you have any questions, like I said before, please reach out to me. And if you don't know, now you know. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and we will see you all soon. All right, guys. Bye-bye.